What up, everybody? It's me, Mr. Wright, here with another deck profile to give y'all that chaos. Mayhem at Card Fighting Areas. We have our long-awaited Nubatama Evil Stealth Dragon, Ushimitsumaru. It's the breath clone, so it's not too much to be said about that. Gonna get right into the deck. Gonna go ahead and get with the 4 heals, 6/6 with the draws. And I like the new crits, you know what I'm saying? So there's that. When I get to the 3s, I will, go ahead and further explain. We got 3 evil stealth dragon, Kurogiri. We have stealth rogue of gold hooks, Aogita. Got 3 of those. And of course we got Sakura Fubuki, because we got to do that thing. For my personal tech, 2 Tamahagane. We got 3 Gale, 3 Akurao, and 4 Zangetsu. And to round it off, Hanzo, and of course Jamio Kango. But Mr. Wright, you're 4 cards short. You got doggone right I am. Because I saved it all for Hagakure. Now, we're going to go from the 3s and down all the way to the triggers. And, we're going to skip the starter. We're going to stick with Jamio Congo simply because it does keep our opponent's hand down. Only 3 just because of the 0 count. That's one of the pros of this deck, is that it is very 0 focused, so you're not having to counter blast and soul blast 2 and this, that, and the third with your resources when your other cards might need that instead. Of course, Hanzo is I enjoy it. With the previous build of the deck, I found that I was getting the field a lot, and of course from time to time I would have to try to go for the hand, and I couldn't decide which I would go, have to go for, so I had to play around with it. With Hanzo and Jamio keeps your opponent's hand down to 6. If you have a 3 and soul, then it keeps it down to 4. Should you have to soul blast it, then hopefully you got this guy in tow. Retire 2 zeros, doesn't have to be your tokens. It gets 20,000 to the end of turn. Choose any number of rear guards and return them to your hand, so that to their respective player's hand. Should your opponent be on 3, then they have to discard that many cards that they picked up from the field, and so they have to then guard from hand. We're going to go with the Zangetsu as a 4 of, just because again we want to keep our board alive with our protect 2s, and to keep it alive, skill counter blast 1, vanguard, rear guard, produce a decoy. And where are my decoys? My decoys is gone. No, I got them. Here they are. Your decoys don't have any hit. They can only intercept, and they can intercept from the back row. So Zangetsu gives them boost and 5,000, so you could kind of boost up that 1 that's remained on the field a lot. Like I said before, that I had trouble getting numbers, so Kurao, kill off 2 zeros and draw a card, and it gets plus 15, and it can attack from the back row. So with Hanzo, if this wasn't picked off by Kagero or Spike Brothers or any other retiring focused or mechanic, that has it in their deck, 24 from the back row, it's a magic number, so it's a 15k shield, or get you some triggers, man. Should you have a different way to get it back to hand, is Gale. Another thing with this deck is that it does give you a lot of hand. You should be getting the previous card, and I ain't even give it a shot. The previous card and Gale, everybody knows what Gale does. So you can bounce stuff should you want to do that. And then 2 Tamahagane for my tech. I did try the one Wolf. That's a 7K body. Um, its skill is like if your opponent has one or less rear guards, it gets 15K. So that's a 22K body. Not horrible, but not a magic number when you might be playing Force. I don't know the meta right now, but I do like keeping the board clear. And should it come to my hand early, that's always a plus. Of course, Sakura Fubuki for filtering and getting a few bit of numbers there. And Aogita, when your opponent has one or less rear guards, you get to soul charge one from your drop zone. That is not a 3, unfortunately. So you can do triggers, 1s and 2s. Any of those are fine. It comes in handy for when I especially with Tamahagane, I really enjoy that. So it's technically a free cost. And especially with the Kurogiri, it just makes a lot of good plays there. But I don't find myself necessarily running out of soul too bad. Just depends on how things go. And of course, Kurogiri, it just produces 2 tokens for a Soul Blast of 2. And one of the MVPs I finally got around to it is Stealth Beast Hagakure. Matching cards is basically what it's for. You get 2 of these, or at least 1, and then you're golden because you can start copying Hanzo's body, and it's like, okay, 32s right there. Or you can put it behind Vanguard and a 64 Vanguard, or behind one another, another 64. So you'll be making a good bit of numbers throughout the game, which is great. Should it still remain and you're able to have a Protect 2, then it's a 9K booster. Not horrible, but it's not ideal either because it's taking up a Protect 2. And so with the 6/6, you can start pitching off your little, your 9PG, Otsuru's Otsuzura. We've had you since the beginning, and I still don't know how to say your name. So yeah, should these stay on the board, you can pitch them off, and then call Kurogiri out, get out 2 more zeros, and then start pulling off your shenanigans, and you start getting more cards to hand with your grade 2 that can attack from the back row, and a column of this behind Vanguard, or an attacker over here. You're swinging for big numbers, which is kind of what I formulated it around. I will try to post a discard build once I do get around to it, because I've just been wanting to get one type of deck together, and I think this is it. So with further testing, I'll let you know. Comment, like, subscribe. Anything y'all like to see, leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to you ASAP.